What's poppin', y'all? Aiden Ross has had a complicated relationship with Ye for the past 18 months. Ye was, or perhaps still is, his favorite artist, his favorite hip-hop artist, and he agreed to go out to Spain to visit Ye. And a clip of that surfaced later on when Aiden Ross pulled out last minute. He was supposed to go out there with Sneako, and Ye's been having a assortment of characters, to say the least, out there in Spain with him. Not limited to, but including Sneako, Top 5, Neon, and Nick Fuentes. Digital Nas has been working with him for quite a while. But I think those are the names that I can call off the top of my head that have been out there. Almost none of them having anything to do with music, some being music adjacent, some being political, commentators, influencers. It's a hodgepodge. And Aiden Ross decided not to show up. Now, some people clowned him. Some people went in on him saying, oh, he got the call. He's not allowed to go there because of his manager. But Aiden Ross gave a reply, and I genuinely think this was the best decision Aiden Ross could have made for his career. And I'll give a little bit of an example as to why later. I'm going to play you guys the clip why he chose not to go to Spain, and then we'll talk about it.
It's been, not even a month yet I've been unbanned. And I got collabs I'm planning with like DDG and you know, other Twitch creators and stuff like that. So I'm not here to basically, how do I say it? Like, I work really, really hard to get unbanned on Twitch and be able to collab with my people and stuff like that. And another reason why I'm actually really happy I didn't go is the two clips that I saw. It was the weird shit where they said like, don't interrupt me or don't talk over. I don't fucking know. The way he was kind of just speaking to them like they're animals and shit, you know, it was kind of like whack to me when I saw Sneako and the Neon, the way they were getting spoken to. And you guys could say I'm controlled and all these things. I really don't give a fuck. I'm very happy that I didn't go. They got banned on Twitch that day. I would definitely have been banned. They would have banned my ass. And then I see a clip where they're like, they were dead serious on like putting me in a room and asking me questions about, I think it was a Torah.
Aiden Ross is completely right here. Now, disregarding the fact that Ye cycles through a lot of people, a lot of entourage. What happened to Justin LeBoy? Where's Justin LeBoy right now? I'm not too certain, but I do think they still have a cordial relationship considering Justin LeBoy was willing to be a yes man. But Jim Jones, who we got to go in on Jim Jones a little bit. I'm not going to cut him bail, but Jim Jones was rolling around with Ye. Now he's not. A lot of these people Ye just cycles through. Like, for instance, remember when Vori was always around Ye? Where's Vori at right now? And Sneako, as an example, got kicked out of whatever, I think it was the Ye 24 campaign. He got kicked out and then he gets brought back in. So whatever negative effects come from working with Ye, they subsist way after working with Ye, especially in this era post 2022. And then on top of that, it's not like Ye's holding you down. Pause, super pause on that, no cousin. He's not holding you down during that entire time. So he's like, okay, I got my inspiration, I got my use out of these characters, and now I can just toss them to the side and go on doing what I do, which Ye has built such a cultural cachet, including an emotional cachet with fans through music, fashion, everything that he's done over the past 20 years. So he can survive onslaughts and just destruction and bank accounts being taken down and being banned on these different platforms. But a lot of these other people that are around him can't survive that, and they're not going to thrive after it. So Aiden Ross, being arguably the most important streamer of this generation. Now, I like to use the word important because he's trying to do bigger and better things. Now, Cenat is an example of that as well. I think the Streamer University is a really cool concept. I think Cenat is somebody that's trying to merge movies and film and TV shows and reality shows into streaming more so. And to me, Aiden Ross is somebody that's trying to create events, which are two completely different things. Both deserve a lot of respect though. So for Aiden Ross, this guy, not only did he put Kick as a platform on his back for many years, and he still streams on there, but he was trying to get unbanned from Twitch. Twitch is the premier live streaming platform. Like, the amount of people that are making money off of ads on there is insane. And when people criticize the rules on Twitch, for example, like why people get banned, that's a conversation to have for another video. But imagine you're on TV. Those are the level of advertisements that Twitch is able to get, which generates a lot of money. However, you get very, very, very strict advertising guidelines, and that leads to a lot of bans. Now, the communication between the live streamer and the reps is near non-existent, and this has been a thing for going on 10 years as far as I can tell, and as far as I can remember of watching Twitch and Twitch streamers. But Aiden Ross, he finally gets unbanned on Twitch, which means that he can appear on his friend's streams. Think like Your Rage, Soluminati is not like necessarily his friend, but they know each other. Who else? Like anybody in FaZe, Blackboy Max, Kai Cenat, all of these other guys that were on Twitch and primarily on Twitch, he can be on their streams now. When he was banned, that's not allowed. So this is a big opportunity for him and many more eyes for events that he hosts in the future. Granted, he's been focusing on Kick as opposed to Twitch, and Speed is also somebody that got banned on Twitch permanently and then unbanned, but he opts to stay on YouTube. And if we're being fair, Speed got banned on Twitch because of Aiden Ross. We won't go through that rabbit hole, though. I've talked about it in a previous video. So if Aiden Ross goes out to Ye, what does he really gain? Number one, he might get a decent stream out of it. Okay, how much is that worth to get permanently banned on Twitch? He would have gotten banned on Twitch again, just for some sort of behavior that Ye would have exhibited or said. And Sneako's also on banned on Twitch, so he can't even appear on stream. And this is the thing, like Sneako's banned on what? Twitch, Instagram, I think he's on, and YouTube. So he doesn't really have much to lose by working with Ye. And I think he was trying to go on some redemption arc and get unbanned. I don't know how well that's going to work out for him, considering Ye's dropping songs that wouldn't favor an appeal for a ban from any of these platforms. And you're directly a part of most of these songs and this entire camp, if we want to call it that, that's going on in Spain. I don't know if it's Mallorca or what's the other place that people go to? Not Madrid. It's the one in the south. Marbella is the other one. Anyway, so Aiden Ross doesn't go, and then you see how Ye was just treating people, and this is infuriating. And y'all know, like I mess with Ye's music, especially before the cousin meet thing. After that, I just couldn't do it. But before that, I mess with Ye. So if it was before that, but I could never bring myself to be treated in the way that people allow themselves to be treated by Ye, with him just yelling at you, berating you, and then you could just get this subset of a conversation from Aiden Ross and Sneako, because Sneako and Ye called Aiden Ross to try and get him to premiere this Double H song, Double H, or not Triple H, Double H song, before Academics even got it. So Academics, he's the one that premiered it, but they reached out to Aiden Ross and played it for him first. And I'm going to play you guys a couple of clips from that. We're definitely not playing the song or the music video, that's for certain.
Just play it, see if he's into it or not. Don't play the whole thing, because it's going to end up showing the whole thing.
Okay. First reaction.
Well, look, bro, I think the beat is very good, and I don't think the lyrics are that well, but, you know, the video itself, I don't really understand it. I think that Hitler, it's kind of like ironic, right? I feel like Hitler hates everyone that's not on what he's on with blue eyes, and that is German, right? So therefore, yeah, I don't think, you know, when you have, you know, black people in the video saying HH, Hail Hitler, you know, I don't really understand that. It's like, it's kind of like mockery, you know? It's like mockery, I mean, excuse me.
You know, I'm soaking in what you're saying. This is, you know.
So just off this clip, like everyone knows Aiden Ross is Jewish, so is his manager, and that's his cultural background or racial background, whatever you want to call it. And then he's playing this, and Aiden Ross, to give him credit, this is off camera, or at least like off stream, he's giving an honest opinion. He could just outright hate on it and say, man, this is trash, like I can't believe you're doing this. He gives his honest opinion. He says, like, yeah, you know, this is all right, but I don't like this, and don't you feel like this is hateful, etc., etc. Meanwhile, there are a lot of other hateful things within hip-hop, but he gives a genuine opinion. And then Ye, he kind of sits there, takes it in, soaks it in a little bit, which I will give some respect to Ye for that. He's usually just going in on somebody or disagreeing with him. And then there's this second part where it does get a little bit pretentious, or I guess like other people are pretentious when they deliver this message. I don't think that is Aiden Ross's intention with this next clip, but we'll go over it in a second.
I know, but Ye, do you think that Hitler would have liked you for being black?
Yeah, I think he would have. I would have been one of the scientists that America ended up cleaning up and, you know, bringing in and having served America after the fact. Like I'm one of the scientists, so he loves scientists.
Well, yeah. I mean, you know, you are very creative, and you're an artist. And
wait a second, come on. So I'm not a scientist.
Well, you're very smart. You're brilliant.
But
Okay,
I
so
think
now we're in a good place. Now, next subject.
All right, well, what's the next subject? What else? What else?
I thought this was a bit of a wholesome and funny interaction, although this just goes to show you how people deal with Ye. So, for instance, Aiden Ross, he wanted to say, man, Ye, you ain't no scientist, get the hell out of here. But he's not going to do that because he has so much respect for everything that Ye has put out. Sneako, I don't know what he would say, but let's keep it a bug. No, Ye ain't no damn scientist. When it comes to education, when it comes to complex topics, even historical topics, Ye is so misinformed. The guy flexes never picking up a book. You're a moron. If you're so arrogant to believe that you have certain information and you've never picked up a book and you're adamant about not reading, you're an idiot. Because the smartest people in our world, they all read. So if you think you're one of the smartest and you don't read, well, guess what? You are wrong. Ye's talking about being Ye, you are a great artist. You are a great kind of like visionary when it comes to putting together music. Like think of a Rick Rubin-esque situation where he's just he has the vision and then he brings the right people in the right place and puts all the pieces together so that it comes out great. Ye is great at that. He's a great producer. He's a great rapper. He's a great musician. He's a great like fashion designer and like coming up with trends and just like visual design aesthetics. Scientist? No, you are not. Mathematician? No, you are not. A lot of these other things? No, you are not. Not even close. Not in this world. And that's okay because Neil deGrasse Tyson isn't going to be talking about, you guys don't think I'm a great designer? No, he's not. But Ye has this thing where it's like everybody needs to just glaze him. And it's like, dog, are you not confident enough? And this is also the thing. Ye needs these streamers and he's tapped into them. And he's also somebody that understands the cultural influence every generation. And that's how he's able to stay generationally relevant, unlike most other rappers. He adopts new styles, new fashion, new rappers, and new influencers, in this case streamers, because traditional media outlets, they're not pushing whatever Ye's got going on right now. So streamers have the largest reach to a younger audience as well. So he wants to tap in with them. So they're a lot more valuable than they think they are in regards to Ye. It's a mutually beneficial relationship. But here you have Aiden Ross calling out Sneako for being Ye's yes man, you could call it that.
She what happened to Rari? She what happened to Rari?
Well, before you go, Aiden.
See what happened to Rari? Come on. Yeah, hang on.
All right, peace, bro.
Man, Sneako, you go ball for him, you walk for him, you do whatever.
Whoa. No, he's saying, no, look at him. I was going to explain to him.
So here you have Aiden Ross calling out Sneako for shaving his head. I believe like Ye told him to shave his head, so he shaved his head. And he's been Ye's right-hand man, at least for the past week 7 to 10 days. And we don't know how long that's going to last. There was even that Piers Morgan interview, which I think was just an attempt at Ye at I thought that was kind of lame. I don't think he should have gone on Piers Morgan in general, but I guess it's just like these power plays that he's playing with clout. He's like, oh, these guys really want my clout, and I'm just going to snatch it away from them, which you can kind of consider it a little bit funny. But when it's happening constantly, it's like, and it's unreasonable too. So with Aiden Ross, we got to give this dude respect. And I've said this before. Aiden finally understood, I would say maybe a year ago or a little bit over that he is more influential than the majority of people that are trying to down him, trying to disrespect him. And he started having some self-respect. So for him, I don't think he's like, yo, I'm not going to go bald for Ye. I'm not going to go show up to Ye to be in like this humiliation camp. I'm not going to go risk all the opportunities I have for the things that I'm trying to build to be around Ye. Like the guy did a Trump stream. The guy did what else? He had Dana White commentating his live event, like the GOAT of like UFC. I mean, MMA, brought MMA global. Like this guy's doing huge things. Ye, it's not that Ye is nothing to him, but the risk that comes with Ye and the lack of respect that's also coming from Ye towards those people around him is not something that Aiden Ross should have to tolerate. Like you look at that room, and that's no disrespect to people there, but like the people that I named, Aiden Ross does not belong in that room amongst that crowd. He is leagues above in what he's accomplished and what he's planning to accomplish in the future. And he's somebody that could have just took a break and just pissed off and just done whatever he wanted for the rest of his life. The guy's up well over $100 million. But no, he decided he wanted to stay in the game and keep pushing forward, especially at such a young age. I think, is Aiden even 25 yet? I don't know. He can't be past 26 years old. So this is a great call by him. And this call by him has aged well, because I remember the first first 2 days, I was like, damn, Aiden Ross didn't show up. I didn't want to make an opinion on it, but after seeing the way things have moved, it was a brilliant idea by him not to show up. But let me know what y'all think about this in the comments. Some people have said it's a bit hypocritical because Aiden Ross has his brand called Brand Risk, and he's terrified of an actual brand risk like Ye. Although I think Ye is more like brand destruction than any type of risk. Well, let me know what you guys think about that. Like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you enjoyed. And I'm going to see y'all in the next one. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Go to helloyassine.com. Thank you for watching. Peace.